Hi there. Today we're just going to quickly go over what it takes to start a business in North Carolina. This main page here is going to be sort of a general overview of the few functions that they have on the Secretary of State website and sort of the general filing process for all entity types. We're going to cover corporations, limited liability companies, and partnerships on this page. First thing we'll talk about here is searching for a name, or the business entity search. Now what this is it's a search function on the Secretary of State website that is used usually to research the availability of your proposed business name. You can also use it to get a certificate of good standing or existence, or just to generally get information on a particular entity. They have the detailed filing history of all businesses on file with the Secretary of State. You'll notice that when you cruise through our website and look at your specific tutorial, that's always the first step we say, even before filing. Use a business entity search and perform a name reservation if you wish, just to make sure that the name that you plan on using is indeed usable. Also, North Carolina online registration. Now, this is something I should have said before, but there's no actual online filing system, in that you can't just log into your account and then click on, start a corporation. You actually do have to download the PDF of whatever filing form you need to register your business. However, there's a couple functions that you can do with online registration, such as filing your annual report, getting a certificate of good standing, and you can also upload registration documents, which is a little different than registering online. We'll get to that later. At any rate, we have a tutorial for how to register for your online account right here. So how does one register in North Carolina? As I said, first step is doing the business entity search. Make sure that your name is available. If you want, if you don't think you're going to be filing within 120 days, you might want to form a name reservation. I shouldn't say within 120 days, but if you think that you need some extra time to get a registered agent lined up, to get all the forms you need, especially for like a professional foreign corporation, you need quite a few certificates. If you just need extra time, you can perform a name reservation. It's going to cost you $30. It's going to last 120 days, non-renewable, but it'll prevent other businesses from swooping in and taking your name for that time. Once you've secured your name, you can download the PDF of your filing form, and we have all the different instructions for all entities available for filing in the state of North Carolina. So all you need to do is click on whichever one corresponds to your entity type to find out exactly what's needed and to download the PDF of the form. Now, once that's been done, you've completed it, you've printed it off, you've provided all the required signatures, you're going to need to get all your certificates together. So that would be a certificate of good standing if you're a foreign business. Also, if you're a professional LLC or corporation, you're going to need certification from whatever licensing board is associated with your entity type. And then after you've done that, we'll move on to step 4, which is, of course, attaching the filing fee. Now, if you plan to upload your document online, like finishing the PDF, there's a way of doing that where you can actually use the website, upload the document, and pay by credit card. You can pay by what's called an ACH account or by e-check. If you don't choose to do that, you just want to mail it the old-fashioned way, you're going to mail your document to this address here, and that's applicable across the board. The filing fees are all listed here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they're pretty reasonable in comparison to most Secretary of State websites, from what I've seen so far anyway. $125 seems to be the standard. As I said, a name reservation, we've already been up with that, so I'm going to talk about that again. Certificate of existence. Now, this is something that usually, if you're planning on expanding your business outside of North Carolina as a domestic entity, or if you're planning on getting like a large business loan, sometimes financial institutions will ask for this. It's really just proof that you're up to date with all your annual reports, all the filing fees associated with that you're a legitimate business. It's going to cost you $15 to get. You can do it online, and again, the payment would be the same as if you're filing for anything else online. Agreements. There's corporate bylaws for a corporation, LLC operating agreement for LLCs, and partnership agreement for partnerships. Essentially, they do the same thing. When you're filing for the formation of a business, there's only a certain amount of information that will be on file with the Secretary of State, and there's usually nothing that really states the rules and regulations of how the business is to be run. All the internal affairs and the organization thereof won't be stated anymore. So if you download our template, either in MS Word or a PDF of the agreement that corresponds to your entity type, you'll be able to relay all that and more. So click on each one of these, you'll get access to that free template and a little bit more information as to what exactly these agreements do. And finally, an employer identification number. This is something that's needed for new domestic businesses. It just allows you to hire employees, to apply for checking and savings accounts using the company name. It's issued by the IRS, so the federal government, just to keep tabs on all tax-paying and legitimate businesses on file with the government. So I hope that was helpful. I urge you to go through our more detailed tutorials here and get an idea of exactly what is involved in filing for each. Best of luck.